Well, the Ohio State University is trying to work on making education more affordable for students. And joining me today, we've got Leslie Fry. She is Director of Advancement at OSU Lima, and to talk about a program that's being started there. So thanks for joining us today.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Okay, so it's called Scarlet and Gray Advantage Program. And the goal is to make it a little bit more affordable for students. So can you kind of explain and tell us what you know of the plan so far?
Absolutely. So it was about a year ago this time when President Johnson laid out a pretty aggressive plan to provide an opportunity for students to pursue a debt-free education. It's going to take 10 years to ramp up to full capacity to be able to do this. But a few things came out initially that it's not free education. It is an opportunity for students to pursue a debt-free education, and there are three prongs to this approach. Obviously, scholarships. Scholarships are a big part of the plan. But then the other two unique components to this plan include more learn-to-earn type opportunities, so working, paid internships. So the university is working aggressively with employers to help encourage paid internships that students can use to help to supplement the cost of their education. And then when you've got the scholarships, you've got the paid internships, then the third piece of this program is financial literacy and career development. We know if we can get students through their program faster, that means they're in school less time, that means less money in the end. So we want to be aggressive about career development, helping students identify what they're interested in earlier on in their career. That also goes back to internships. What a great way to find out if it's something you're interested in. Exactly. We're seeing employers being more interested in having students even as young as their freshman year, not waiting until their junior or senior year to do those internships. And then again, financial literacy. I don't think there's anybody on earth that couldn't benefit a little bit from some of the financial literacy components of the program. But this fall, they did launch a pilot for the program. Okay. So this was considered year one towards a 10-year plan. 125 students across the entire university, and it did include regional campuses. So on the Lima campus, we have 5 students who are participating this year in the Scarlet and Gray pilot. The interesting thing about this pilot, when you looked at the makeup of these 125 students, more than half of them were first-generation college students. Which, of course, that's a big majority of the students that we have on our campus. We know sometimes those students may or may not face some additional barriers, so all of the components of Scarlet and Gray are going to be beneficial. We saw students from, I think it was 57 different disciplines, so it wasn't just engineering or just the business college. It was really across the university. And there were students represented from more than half of Ohio's 88 counties in this pilot program, so that we could be sure that there was a nice mix of rural as well as, you know, metropolitan and some of the urban areas with students represented in the pilot. So we are eager to see what the pilot tells them after year one of the program.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of neat to like start it out that way and to include the Lima campus, because this could just be a main campus thing, but obviously the president realized everybody needs to be involved.
Absolutely. And I mentioned scholarships are one of the prongs to this approach, and on the Lima campus that involves heavy fundraising for scholarships. The university provided match dollars for donors that wish to start or contribute to an existing endowment at the university. And on the Lima campus, we were really fortunate to find people that really wanted to lean into this program, and we did increase the average amount of our scholarships this year that went out from donor-funded scholarships, as well as just simply the amount that we raised in scholarship dollars.
That's awesome.
Some of this was current use, so it's immediate impact dollars. Some of it was towards endowments, but I know that our donors were really pleased to see the university also being part of the equation with this one-to-one match. So those match dollars are dwindling, but we're still eager to include more people in the program.
Wow. Scarlet and Gray Advantage Program. Neat to hear about the start of this. We'll keep following it. Thanks for coming today, Leslie.
Thank you.
All right, don't go away. New Edition continues in a moment.